Kuzma and KCP when you guys found out he was coming? Like, what was that like?
Well, we try to use context clues by him coming. We saw it. We saw his son go to high school in LA, so we kind of had the idea. No, when we found out, we were happy about it. I think you could feel the energy every time that you stepped into this gym. LeBron was here at 6 o'clock every morning, just coming in here, working out, and like you can see the coaches, they're up like this, smiling. Everybody in here just ready to work.
Brandon, to your left, have you, some of the other younger guys on the team, thought about what it's going to be like for you guys on a team now with this much scrutiny, this much attention?
I don't think we have talked about it like that. I think me and Kuz have talks about like how we can play off each other, just what things we can do well on the basketball floor. I don't think we talked about it from that standpoint. I think that's something that we do need to talk about, but that's nothing we talk about.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
It was almost like yesterday when you had those intense battles with LeBron James. Of course, that's history now. Your teammates, how close have the two of you gotten?
We've gotten pretty close, but obviously time, is going to continue to get our relationship a lot closer. So, we've chopped it up on the phone a little bit. We've talked basketball on the court every once in a while, but for the most part, each day in practice, we're going to spend more time together than we do with our families. So we're going to learn each other. We're going to understand each other and understand that we all have one common goal and try to instill this in the young guys.
One of the things he said today at Media Day is how he thought that you are one of the smartest players he's ever been around. Number one, how do you take that compliment? And number two, what do you think about his basketball intelligence?
It's very humbling, to come from arguably the best player that ever played the game. With that type of IQ, what he brings to the game, what he brings off the court, any way you want to look at it, it's very impressive. And he's obviously set the blueprint on how things are supposed to be done. So I'm excited. I haven't been excited to play with a player in this long time. Obviously I played with a great young player, Anthony Davis, last year, who's obviously MVP caliber type of player. But LeBron James is, the best player in the world by far. And if I can learn as much as I can from him, that's what I'm pretty much excited about. And obviously my job and what I take pride in is that I've always played with great players. I played with the big three. I played with AD. I played with Dirk. And what I pride myself on is mostly is making those guys' job a lot easier. And I don't think LeBron has ever pretty much had that as far as I'm able to think the game for him. He don't have to think as much. I can make things simpler and make him keep him happy.
Back here, right here.
From what I had heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, LeBron reached out to you, wanted you to come to join the Lakers to play with him. Two questions. Was that a surprise? What were your thoughts when that happened? Was it a difficult decision? And then also, what are your expectations for your role? They have a lot of guards, forwards. Where do you fit into that mix in your mind?
It was definitely surprising. Him wanting me to play with him and be a part of this team. And my goal this year, is to fit in as much as possible. Be one of the veteran guys that help the younger guys out. I think for the most part, it's defense. That's what's going to keep you on the floor. You play defense, you be a lockdown defender, and hitting open shots. I think that will determine who is going to be on the floor the most.
A lot of these guys the veterans on this team now are guys that never back down to LeBron when you guys played together. You, Rondo, JaVale. I'm wondering, does it seem like that's something that he liked about you guys, and why maybe he wanted to be teammates with you?
Playing this game, there's a lot of different type of players, and what they do to you or bring to the game. And I think LeBron seen that. We never backed down from him. He wanted a tough group of guys around him to definitely back him up or be there for him. And I felt like he picked the right guys to definitely have his back and to bring that energy every night, and also to help the young guys.
Lance, to your left. You had mentioned that you thought it was a little surprising that LeBron wanted you to play with him. Have you guys ever talked about the ear incident?
No, we ain't talking about none of that. I'm waiting for it though.
Okay.
You know, I'm waiting for him to say something about it.
Dan, over to your right. Dan Wicke with the Los Angeles Times. When you found out that LeBron was joining this team, in your mind, did that develop a sense of urgency? Growth is such a big thing for you guys later. When you get a player like LeBron, though, is it kind of like, well, we got to start winning now, too? Is that kind of what's going through your mind when you get that news?
I think you always want to be the best player you can be. So regardless if he came or not, I know myself and the guys on the team are going to be working hard. But definitely adds a boost, puts a spotlight on you when you had a guy like that. And, you want to do good not only for yourself but for the team as well. And you definitely want to, make sure he likes playing with you and just make sure the chemistry's there.
Hazo, last year, you've had a few months now to kind of reflect on last season. There was so much pressure on you and so much scrutiny from the beginning last year. In hindsight, do you think that affected you in any way? And do you think it might help you this year to have a star like LeBron and more veteran guys around you?
I don't think it affected me. The spotlight's been on me for a while now. But definitely LeBron's going to, all the spotlight's going to be on him. So, we want to do what we can to help him out, make it easy as we can for him, and move forward as a team and, try to conquer all our goals.
No, it was great. Playing against one of the greatest players of all time, it's only going to, make you better and make you learn and push that learning curve. So for us, and not only me, but the young core, it's been great to have all these vets around and really learn from them and, try to take our game to another level.
Kyle, it's Bill Oram. Curious how many times you were able to get in the gym with Kobe this summer, and then now that you've had some time with LeBron too, in what ways are they similar, and in what ways have you found that they're different in terms of on the floor and how they lead?
It was great to get in the gym with Kobe. He's so particular about the details of the game and, how and why and how things work. That's one thing that, I kind of love about him is, if you ask him something, he's going to, tell you A, B, C, and D and how that affects each play. And, the same thing with LeBron. They're great for a reason, pretty much the same in that aspect where, they're very meticulous in how they move on the court and what they do. And, they both take film and the weight room very serious. And, it's evident, you don't play how many years Kobe played 18, 20, and LeBron going into 16 looking like he's in year 8, So it's, it's pretty great to be around greatness, for me as I, go along my journey in basketball.
Over here, Dan Wicke with the Los Angeles Times. One of the things Brandon said to us was that there's a different energy whenever LeBron comes into the gym, just a seriousness and stuff. I'm curious, you haven't played a game yet, but what's it been like being LeBron James's teammate in Los Angeles? What's it been like being on the Lakers with LeBron James on Twitter or wherever? Mm-hmm. How has it changed things for you?
It's definitely changed, especially on the court. Just watching him. I remember the first time I was, on his team. Now I wasn't even on his team. I was going against him. And I'm just looking at the reads that he makes. I'm just sitting there like, this guy's unbelievable. He's making passes that, anyone knows wouldn't make, or you're making plays that other guys can't make. And as a student of the game and someone who has a passion for the game, you love seeing that, and it's amazing that he's on your side. Definitely, there's definitely buzz whenever he's there. I think you guys see, this media day is a little more hectic than it was last year. It's something that's great, and he's a great leader. And he's an even better person. So. It's amazing that he's on our team, and I'm, excited to get everything started.